shear, but it definitely covers the.
In the footnotes, you mean?
Or it covers what what the stuff is in the stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be Shin Nun Vav Aleph to Gimel. There's a fair amount of shach on that.
We do das auch tun.
The Gimel is
Mit Hashem. Die schon was zu dagen, you know?
Yeah, I think we'll have the what's it called? I think we'll have our hands full with Shin Nun Vav.
Good.
Fine.
Beseder. Die Ike soll sein gelernt, you know?
Yeah.
A minute. 1 second, please. Let's see. Okay, Shin Nun Vav. Also liknois shum dover mehaganev vehakoine meganev mefursem oi eino mefursem. Okay?
Yeah.
Sollen wir anfangen, ja?
Yeah.
Okay. Also liknois mehaganev hachefes shegonav. Metonisht kaufen von Aganev hachefes hazach was gegangen wird, yeah?
Right, which so far is mashma something that we know he's meaning it's
Yes.
not if this item in particular is known that he stole it. So far, that's the mashma.
Yes, obviously that's why it's been deemed as being an officer, because
Right.
you're obviously positive about it.
Yeah.
The oven godel hu groisa veda sharei machzik yedei oiv de aveda, because you are strengthening the oiv de aveda, the ganav. The godem loy lignov gnevus acheros, and he's going to cause, right?
Right.
So godem sein, so baganven noch gnevus.
Yeah.
Shame lo yimtza that lo keach, because if this ganav wouldn't find a buyer for his stolen goods, ain't no going to, because
Right.
remember this
Or
this,
l'chol hafachis, he's gonna be going of less, right? Meaning,
right.
if he steals one iPhone, he can use it. Okay, now he went and stole 5 more iPhones. What's he gonna do with 5 more iPhones? Because you're buying it from him, he's gonna keep stealing iPhones.
Exactly. So that's why it's a große Aveda. You begin also lesayeh legana b'shum dover kedei sheignev. Not only directly you're not allowed to buy from him, right? Not only that's one thing, but uisadem you're not allowed to give him tips of how to sell his thing. That's different already.
Right.
But it's
right.
also
or
awesome.
alachas kama v'kama that you're gonna give him that you're gonna for example let's say you make lock picks, you sell to locksmiths and you know this guy's a ganev and you're gonna sell him a lockpick set. you're being misayeh, you know he's gonna use it to ganve.
Or even you being a shadchan for him and a whole bunch of buyers.
Right. So anything that helps him or what's it called? You can't do, yeah.
Okay, sagt this. 1 second. Sagt this is von das mehr dort nicht. 1 second. Shin nun vav. Deze sme shere machzik ide ev de aveda. Ev de aveda.
Yeah. Smell it, yeah.
Okay, we say because by you supporting him, you're strengthening the hands of a transgressor. You right?
Yeah.
By Gemara. In the middle of a shir, David. I'm in the middle of a shir. I can't talk now.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay. You're available later.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
Tomorrow. 8 o'clock. Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Okay. Share Machzik, the Veda by Gemara Omru,
Marshal Azeh.
The Omru Inshi Loi Achber Ganov Elo Chura Ganov. We say it's not the mouse that stole, but it's the whole the wall that allowed him to go.
Right. Well, not just allowed him, but meaning this guy, this
Because it's
Akbar,
disposable.
this
Yeah.
Akbar, the only reason he's taking all this hay or whatever it is to fill up, is to pack the nest. If there was no hole, he would have nowhere to, he wouldn't take straw, because there's nowhere to, he
Right.
has nowhere to put it.
Nowhere to go, right?
Right. So this is the mashal gave for a guy who's being Messiah, that you're
Right.
buying the stuff. If he didn't have the buyer, he wouldn't steal the stuff.
Right. Then he says, "Sheim lo yimtza lokach eno goinev, aber gab der efshal lignev lehoilichu b'mokum acher." Yul taina. The bein a ganef is a ganef. But das ist verkäufen da. Aber das zutragen nirgends anders, right? So then, shelo yakiru oisa shu gan mikomokim lo
Right.
yiyu.
So they'll buy from him. They don't know he's a ganav in the other town.
Right.
They'll think he's Tama merchant.
He says, so he says, שלא יכירו איסו שהוא גנב, במקומם לא יהיו מצויים לגנוב. ואוכל כלומר, כשלא ימצא לוקח מהגנב, ודאי לא היו גנבים. משמוכים, כל אודם יחדם לגנוב, כדי שלא יהיה רוגל לגנוב. I'm pretty sure. I think he's trying to say that he's not going to go to such ends to go to
Right,
far away.
meaning it's already, it's if he can't unload it quickly, now it's already a whole ASIC to start going to the other town. So for sure, he's not going to do it as a regular thing.
Right.
He won't be
Again,
the
it'll slow him down. Again, it's the same idea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's not going to be a normal thing. If he happens to know he's going to the other town, and Bechlal, you know how it is with the Ganav. Habit has a lot to do with it.
Sure. V'chein, jetzt der Ramo, yeah? V'chein, also letsayeh chula roim is מה שכוסף הריבוש, סימן ק"ח. דכוסף זה לשינוי, אויסוי נופח, שעושה לאיש ראובן שני מפתחות. That I would call it a key, what do you say, a key maker, but I think nofach means like a blacksmith, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
because back then a blacksmith was the person, that's who would make key copies, because it wasn't made the same like now where you have blanks and you have a machine. He would pound it out a new key to match the first one.
Exactly. So it says nofach she'osa leish Reuven shnei mafteches behester ponim. So one he gave to her husband, one she kept for herself. Roy lo oinsoy ad bli higel lebailo. Roy lo oinsoy, it's proper to punish.
Yeah, there's blacksmith.
To punish the key maker, right? The nofach. Al bli higel lebailo. On that he didn't tell her husband.
Yeah.
Right. Why
Right. Well, she should have tipped him off. She's paying so much for them.
He's paying so much. He should use his imagination. You know, for that.
Yeah. Right. So if she's giving himself, if she's, it's so important for them to have these keys, like these extra keys. So
yeah.
She's looking to
she's up to no good. You know what I'm saying? She don't really banish. But hoyo lehovim sheloi al chinam rivso b'mechir shnei mavteches elo shehoyse kavanoso lignoi menich ze bailo. Yeah.
Right, so now he's helping her rob her husband.
Wow. So that's why he took a cut of somehow in advance. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even a matter of him taking the cut of it. It's the fact that by the fact that she's paying a lot for it, he should have known that she's trying to rob her husband. And now he's and now he's a Messiah, the
That's for sure. But I'm just saying his motives, why he did it, because he wanted to make money out of it. That doesn't make him that's not over here, nothing to do with over here. Over here is telling you Stam, she did a crooked, he should have known that she's up to no good, that
Right.
that she's up to Geneva, and he should have known not to help a Ganav. That's
Yeah.
because everything. But ich meine so, was hat das
But
getan?
he was listen, she succeeded. She blinded him with her money.
Exactly. That was the
You know?
trap. That's able guilt.
And he
Okay.
saw the money. He
Yes,
saw the money. So listen, what's it my business? What the no, what's it your business? You're Messiah.
Geschäft. Geschäft. It's your Geschäft. It is your Geschäft. So.
Yeah.
Also, Likros Mehaganov sagt der Schach. Ein Bebalatrumes Charmem Tes, Chelek Yud Gimel, mit Dinim Elu, über Tshuvas, Reb Shimon Kohen, oder Reb Shmuel Kohen, oder Reb Shlomo Kohen,
Shapsi kind of thing.
Reb Shabzi Kohen. Oh, das ist der Schach?
Chuvas, it might be
Shabzi Kohen is the Schach.
right. So I wonder if he has chuvas. 1 second. Base. Also, why would he put it that way? Stuck chuvas. It's a different one. Show coach. Could be Shlomo Koyen. Marshach. A few of them. There's Marshach is the. Here's a Shayla Suchovis. Could be that one. It looks like it's either Shlomo or Show. Just two that it fits. Yeah, anyways. It's either Schleimer or Show.
Golf?
Yeah, one of them. They both have Chuvis. And they're both from that era, it looks like, right after the Mechaber.
Weitergegangen, ja?
Yeah. Oh wait, so that's it. Base.
Okay, base. Okay, Hagoinev Mocher veloy nishashu Beolim. Einer wird gehandelt von der zweiten und die Beolim, ja? The
Yeah,
Balabatim
and he
von
sold it
die
already.
whatever. Said the one beyash. So then beachkach Hooker Haganev afterwards a Ganev was found, I guess. Hooker Haganev means the Ganev was recognized.
Yeah, they meaning they understood that this was the guy that stole it.
Yeah. ובו עדים שזה החפץ שמוכר פלוני הוא גנבו בפנינו. Oh, so you have over here a Ganev that with Adam, that Adam saw him stealing.
Yeah.
שמוכר פלוני הוא גנבו בפנינו. חויזר החפץ הבעולים. The Chayfetz gets zurück zu der Balabatim. The Beolim noisim loikeach.
It's a funny lotion, no?
Dom shenosa leganev.
It's a funny lotion. Hukar Haganev.
Beolim noisim loikeach, and the Beolim gives the
They have to give him
loikeach.
money, meaning he does, meaning the guy who bought it doesn't take the loss. They pay him to get the item back, and now they take the Ganev to.
But which Beolim gives the money? He already paid once for that.
Some meaning.
He paid for it.
Meaning the Ganev stole from me. The Ganev stole from me, and he sold
And
it.
he sold it to me.
Now come Adam. It's fine. I don't know why Hukar Haganev, because what's Bo? Well, it just be Bo Adam. What's why? In other words, how else would be Hukar?
Yeah, I think it's just talking. You know
Fine.
that they saw and they put two and two.
Yeah, fine. Anyway, but I'm saying, but Bo Adam. So of course they put two and two together. Bo Adam. But anyway, fine. So now I buy the item back from the buyer, and I give to him how much he paid the Ganev.
Huh?
I get my item back.
Yeah.
But the buyer, he's not out the money. I pay him for what he paid the Ganev. And now I take the Ganev to court. Yeah. I now go to extract. Why? Remember, they were afraid. They were afraid that if any item can be stolen and the Ba'alim can just come and take the item from me, so people are going to stop Mekach Menker. They're gonna. The economy is gonna stop. Why? Because any item it could be stolen, and now the Ba'alim are gonna come to me, and I have to give them the item back, and I'm out the money. So I'm not gonna.
Okay, so the buyer returns the chayfetz to the.
So I returned the chayfetz, right? It was his. I paid $30 for this for this necklace. Okay, but it's this guy. It's a $30 necklace from his great grandmother. He wants the necklace. So he pays me the $30. I get my $30 back, so I didn't lose. And he gets his grandmother's necklace back. Why? Because they were afraid. Otherwise, if he can take it back and he doesn't have to pay me, I'm gonna be nervous to buy anything in the market. And now the whole economy stops. You got a problem.
Who? So the buyer, the coiner, right, who has a chayfetz, gives it back to the balabos, to the Ba'alim. And the money that he gave to the Ganev, he gets back because the owner of the object pays him to get it back, basically. Which we're going to talk about in a moment.
Right. Now the owner has to get he has to take the Ganev to base, then and get his money back.
The Nignev takes the Ganev to court.
Yeah. And basically we leave the buyer out of it. We give him his money back, benched.
Yeah, but now he's saying you got him before them. Right?
Yeah.
So then also boy Takonas Hashuk. wenn er bei einem Neusim lokach klum,
Right, because you should have known. You knew he's a Ganav.
right, elo, choizer alokach, voice din ima ganef, moitzim mer dom
Right,
shenosim.
at the end of the day, the Ganav caused me, the buyer, a loss.
Right,
So
right.
so now instead of the Baalim taking him to court, the Lekech takes him to court.
Makes sense. Makes sense because he's a mefursum.
Because he's a Ganav Mefursam. You should know this.
Hat gedacht wissen und gedacht Achtung geben.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Hago. V'yesh emrim, the av began mefursam. Afil began mefursam. Also, takonos hashuk. Euch gemacht takonos hashuk that he should have to pay them the money. But so the hachzit lokech ma'oisav lokech has to return the money to the
Right. So he gives meaning even
the
if the Ganav Mefursam, it's still on the Baalim to take the Ganav to court.
Wow.
Right. So unless you know that this item is a stolen item, if he knew that the item is a stolen item, then we don't say takanas hashuk according to this Yesh Emrim. But just the Ganav being mefursam, but we didn't know the item is stolen, then there's still takanas hashuk.
So when he says that in the case of a Ganav mefursam, se nicht Ganav mefursam.
Well, according to the Chaber, it's Ganav Mefursam. Then there's no Takanas Hashuk.
There's no Takanas. But he's saying
the Rama brings a different Yesh Emrim.
Yeah, right.
He's not explaining the Mechaber. He's bringing a different opinion.
The Mechaber says since he was a Ganav Mefursam, right? So then chances are that he stole it. So if he bought it from a Ganav Mefursam, so then it's a quarter of
from a Ganav Mefursam, so that's going to be according to the Rif and the Rambam.
I'm talking about the Rif and the Rambam.
Right.
It's enough to suspect him of
then there's a good chance it's a stolen item, and you shouldn't have bought from him. You know he's a Ganav Mefursam.
I'm just trying to figure out over here the scenario of the Rif and the Rambam. That is he talking about over here that the Nignav is timing that it's his? Is that what we're talking about? Obviously, that's what we're talking about. There's a debate over here. He's arguing that he took my stuff.
Yeah, so according to the Rif and the Rambam, if the Gan is mefursam, then there's no takana shuk, and now it's upon the Likeach to take the Ganav to Bezdin to get his money back. According to the Tur and the Rosh, that's not enough.
I was saying somebody's arguing over here. No, somebody's yelling. My stuff, my chayfetz got stolen. My object is stolen. Otherwise, we're not in Dintoid over here.
Meaning, how would you know that this item is stolen?
How would Bichlal talking about over here? We're talking over here. That
okay. So if he's a Ganav Mefursam, that we know. It's Mefursam. He's a Ganav. That part's simple. How would we know that the item is Ganav? It's a good question because how would you know? Maybe you saw postings or something. Maybe it's he announced it that somebody stole my there's an announcement going around town.
What I'm saying is that it's more than just you bought it from a Ganav Mefursam. You bought it from a Ganav Mefursam, and therefore, what the owner of the object is yelling, Gewalt. My stuff is missing.
According to who? That's according to the Tur and the Rosh. According to the Rif and the Rambam, the owner doesn't have to have said anything. The guy's a Ganav Mefursam. You shouldn't be buying from him. Yeah, according to the Rif and the Rambam.
I understand that. Yeah,
according to the Tur and the Rosh, I would have to imagine it's like you're saying, because how else would you know that Zehadov or Gonov? So I would imagine it would have to be like how you're saying, according to them. He made announcements in the shul, something. He made announcements that somebody stole my grandmother's emerald ring, and here you see this, and here you see this guy. Now the interesting thing is, according to the Tur and the Rosh, the guy doesn't even have to be a Ganav Meforsim necessarily. But you see this ring that was described when in an announcement in shul, you know this is that item.
Yeah, because over here is talking about because even according to the Mechaber, there is some sort of a vikuach over here.
According to the Mechaber, what vikuach is there according to the Mechaber?
It says like this: Im Ganav beforzim, who and what happened? The same scenario as before.
No, then loyasu by takonas hashuk. If he's not a Ganav Meforsam, then there's takonas hashuk. Takonas hashuk means you got to pay the buyer for the item. If he's a Ganav Meforsam, there's no takonas hashuk, and they don't have to pay the buyer.
Isn't this man being accused of something, or am I? It's something I'm missing.
No. Here in this case, it could be after the fact. Meaning meaning the guy steals it.
Yeah.
Right. He sells it to Levi.
Yeah.
Now, whatever it is, either Adim come, or maybe the item is a very specific item that has markings or something, and it's clear.
Okay.
Oh, and he says, "Wait a second, this is the item that was stolen from me."
Oh, so somebody is
at some point, either that or Adim come and say, "Hey, wait a second, this is Shimon. This is the item that was stolen from Reuben. In fact, we saw Shimon stealing it."
Right.
Yeah, after the fact, somebody's coming.
As opposed to according to the Tur and
according to the Tur and the Rosh, it's so according to the Tur and the Rosh, it's same scenario. Meaning it's always the same scenario. The question is, who's the Ganav? Is he a known Ganav or he's not a known Ganav? So according to the Rif and the Rambam, it's going to go by that, if he's a known Ganav or not a known Ganav. Meaning this is all after the fact. He already sold it to him. Now, either Edom are coming or Reuven's, hey, this is my stolen item. So Levi will say, fine, so pay me the money for it. So usually they'll have to pay Levi the money to get the item back. But then they say, wait a second, Shimon was the guy who stole it. He's a Ganav Mefurisim. Everybody knows he's a Ganav. So now they don't have to pay him for it. Now you have to give me my item. I don't have to pay for it.
I think the scenario is exactly the same, aside from the fact that the Ganav was a Ganav Mefurisim or not.
But right. And now by the Tur and the Rosh, that doesn't make a difference. Even if he's a Ganav Mefursam, it's still not enough. But if you know that the item is Ganav, then there's no Takonas Hashuk.
If you know that the Ganav is what? The Ganav is what?
That the actual item is a stolen item, whether or not the guy's Mefursam or not. By them, the guy's Mefursam, he's not Mefursam, no difference. What's going to make a difference if you knew the item is stolen or not?
Then?
Meaning, then there's not going to be no Takonas Hashuk. You have to give it not with no money. And not just that, he's going to go further. Vafilu haganav ein tzarich lahachzir le'ma'esav.
Afilu what? Afilu the Ganav is.
Yeah, the Ramah continues. Afilu haganav.
Afilu haganav ein tzarich lahachzir le'ma'esav. The vaday noitzon l'shem matona.
Meaning he's giving. Meaning he gave the money. He gave the money to the Ganav as a matana. Why did he give it to the Ganav?
You mean
he knew it's not his and he bought it. So that means you're giving the Ganav a matana. It's not called. It's not his. So giving him money isn't kind of anything. So what are you giving him money for? So you must be you gave it to him as a matana. So even the Ganav doesn't have to give him the money back. Meaning you went and you bought a stolen item. It's mamish on you. It's not even on the Ganav.
Vadei nosan lo l'Shem matana. For sure, the Ganav gave it to him for Shem matana. No, the Vadei nosan lo l'Shem matana, the domim, I think, no, the money.
Meaning, yeah, the buyer gave the gan gave the gan of the money b'matana.
Nosan lo the money, right?
Yeah. Why hoil the other shayni shalei v'kona? Because he knew the item didn't belong to the guy. They're giving him money. That money's a matana.
לטויבס, התכוונתי נאמן וצורך להחזיר למאיסו ואפילו בגנב מפורסם.
Right, meaning he knew it's meaning he knew it's a stolen item.
Yeah.
Right. He knew you could say all of it. He knew it's a stolen. He knew it's a gan mefursim. Even let's say he mamish knew it's a stolen item. Furthermore, he even knew from who it's stolen. But he's saying, I bought it from him because I was afraid he would go sell it to somebody else, so it would disappear. So I said, let me go buy it for Reuven, who was stolen from. Let me go buy it so for the Nignav, so he can come and buy it back, because otherwise this his grandmother's necklace is going to disappear.
Wow. ואם אמר לוקח לטויבס התכוונתי, אמר צורך להחזיר למאיסו ואפילו בגנב מפורסם בכל העלמא. Because he did it for the sake of the nignav.
Yeah, he did it for that he should for him, so he shouldn't be so the item shouldn't disappear.
Okay, weiter.
Fine, and now we go. Now we're gonna have a whole bunch of shach, some big shachs here.
Yeah, this is base. That's for the smeh. Okay. Hagoinev umocha velo nishyashu ba'olim. Right?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about over here. Ve'achar kach hukar haganav uvo eidim shezor achev shemokplenu hu nove b'fnenu choizer chav ba'olim noisdim l'lekech domim shenosan leganav.
Fine. So now, I guess.
And then he Aledik's parsha with the Ganef afterwards.
Yeah. So what do we smash the shachas first?
Why?
I guess let's do shach base first.
We should, right? Because
yeah, and then we'll go to the smeh.
ולא נסיעה בעולם, אבל סתם גנבה הביוש בעולם. אם נוידע שבעולם יודו מהגנבה כמו שכוסוב. מיהו, היינו בגנב, ישרול, בגנב עקום, אפילו סתומה לא הביוש, כמו הסבר ליל. הוא בנו בפנינו חולה, כמו שכוסוב לקמון, סוף סימן שין סמך א', the Ta'aninan.
Wait, so what's the 1 second? What's the why by Akum is there's no Yush? Oh, it's a Shin Samech Sif Aleph.
Shin Sameches?
Shin Samech Sif Aleph in the Mechaber.
Let's take a look at it. Hamatzil miyad liste Misrael, yeah?
Yeah.
Hareilu sheloi. B'nei shestam hadover shishashu be'olim. Im Yoda shel Nisyashu chayv lehachzer. Aber der Matze hat listim akum oi moiches akum, yeah, tax collector. Chayv lehachzer. שסתם הדובר של ניסיאשו בעולם. ומסיאשו הרי אלו שלוי. Like סתם נשמע יש.
Yeah.
Until you prove otherwise.
Right.
The opposite.
By Yisrael all the way around.
סתם is מייאש.
Yeah.
Unless,
Okay, now he explains why umipnei ma.
Yeah, מה אומרו סתם ליסטים ישרול ניסיאשו בעולם, סתם עקום ניסיאשו פני שבעולם, יודעים שעקום מחזירים מיד הגזלן, אף על פי שאין שום עדים שגזל, אלא שם עדים שגוזל, אלא בראיוס ראויס ובעומד.
Right, because in a Yiddish court it's harder to prove.
Yeah.
In the Goyish courts, they especially in Din Imam, and we have like we see like we
circumstantial
see today, right?
evidence.
Like we see today in Din Nefashis, they go by and we see even in Din Nefashis, we see that they make mistakes and they go by proof that obviously wasn't beyond the shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
So and by Mumminis, they for sure go by just a reasonable doubt.
So that's why, in the case by a goy is
yeah, because by the goyish courts, it's easier to get back the item, and therefore he's not miyash. He's hoping in the court he can get his in the goyish court he can get his item back.
Yeah, by a yid, it's not like that. A yid he's miyash because it'd be hard to get it back.
Yeah.
If they need rice brewers, you don't have rice brewers.
Right. And the Ramah says, "V'stam geneva have a yush afilu biakum." Why mistama? Because you don't know who the guy is, unlike a Goslin or what's it called. So who are you taking to court?
Huh. I mean, Bepashtus, in the case of the Yid, he's meyash because the Ganef they're never going to try the Ganef because it's all circumstantial evidence.
Oh, Adim and what's it called?
By Gosh,
how many Gazlonim? Right here he's talking about listim like Gazlonim, not Ganovim, because by Geneva he says even the Ramah adds that Geneva even by Akum is Yush. Why? Because you don't know who the guy is to take the court.
Right. He says it over here, right?
By a Goslin, okay, but fine, so the Goslin does it openly, you know who it is. But how often is he going to do it in front of Aiden? Whereas by the guy, you don't need that. You don't need Aiden to retrieve the item. They could go by other proofs. Fine. So that's the.
Yeah, I think I'll put the stick on this because here. And this was this a Marimokan that he gave you that the Shach gave us or what?
The Shach gave, yeah.
Let's go back to it. Shin Nun Gimel Siv Gimel. Why is it no?
Right. So like the Ramah said, I will stam geneva have a yush boiling.
Is it Shin Samerches Soif Siman Aleph 6? Yeah. הוא גון בו בפנינו חולה לפי משקוסה כמה מצפסים משין סמכלב דתנינן ליוישה גזלן לקוח הסבוט במיגו שהחזרתי כל היכא דלקה עדי רוע. אם כן תרחובן תקן בכל הסימן Mairi deika edim שראוהו ביד הלוקח. לבקר הווטלין הלוקח, כי היכל תלין על יוירש. אף שלא ישים דומם. Something very important. I remember learning this. והוא שכאן בגפנינו. It's like this. דתנין ליויש גזלן לקוח. ומיגו החזרתי
Right. That call Heicha the Lake Edira.
I don't know.
Everything the witnesses didn't see, I returned.
But how do the who's talking? I mean, I didn't see the Machabas talking about Yoshim over here.
No, not over here. He's talking about it in Safe Siman Shin Samach Aleph.
Shin Samach Aleph?
Yeah. You know, let me tell you what Emit Hashem, the Abishah should answer what you wrote very soon. And we're gonna take this entire sefer and we're gonna start from the beginning and we're gonna go all the way through to the end, and then we're gonna know exactly what it's talking about.
No, because like in this we're just hopping around. That's what we're doing. Hopping.
Yeah.
Do you mind giving me an idea what that sefer is talking? Because my head is spinning, honestly.
Let's see. Safes.
And we could learn it inside. That's an option, you know.
Where is it talking? So it's talking about Dina Yush, I think. We're probably talking about Siman Sif Zion over there. Meis v'heidish Shagzela Levanov, the Goslin dies, and and now his children, his sons inherited the stolen item. Lo yahavi shinu reshus, ella havi ki'ilu avihem kayom. So it's not considered a change of reshus. It's like he's still alive and it's in his hands. It's like Zela b'yodi. She'im hi be'en v'loy nishtani.
You learned Daf Yomi? You learned Daf Yomi? It says over there, when a person is Yodesh, till the Chalukah, he doesn't pay a kalbin because it's like the father's there.
Right. So there's no transfer. Yeah.
There's no transfer, and he says
there's no inheritance tax.
and also because but there is bechor behema, meiser behema. There's still
right, which is interesting because I think today that would hold up. For example, in an estate, right?
Yeah.
Until the estate is dispersed, you wouldn't pay a property tax on that.
And I think the same thing is over here.
You pay the regular but you wouldn't pay inheritance tax.
I think over here we're saying the same thing here.
Right. So what's the nafkamina here? The nafkamina here is it's still considered be'en. It's still considered in his rishus that afilu nisyahu shabailov kol shei be'en. You still have to return it. You still have achzaras gagzela.
But I pointed the similarity.
Even in nisyahu shabailim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pointed the similarity that Kolzman, there's no Chalukah, it's the Yerusha, it's a Yerusha Zach, until the estate has been divided, amongst the Yorshim. So in this case, we don't say that here we taina for on behalf of the father, who's a Ganav.
Yeah. So you have here, even if there was a Chalukah.
Yes, even if there's a chalukah over here?
Yeah, even if there was a chalukah.
How do you see this?
Because Meisva Herish Agzela Levanov. Imamish Herish Levanov. Lehavi Shinu Rishus. Even now the sons, it's not, even though usually that would be considered a chalukah is already a Shinu Rishus, right? And
No,
like
but
all,
the Gemara says
meaning
no.
all these cases that we're talking about, the chalukah is a shini rishus, right?
The chalukah, he's not the chalukah. There's no chalukah over here.
I'm saying, but the chalukah usually is a shini rishus.
Chalukah is Shinu Rishus.
Fine.
But the Gemara brings
But
out
so
today,
here by meis v'hoirish agzela levanov, even chalukah is not a shini rishus. That's the chiddush here. The chiddush here is by a stolen item. Mamish the heirishu. It went to the sons. They split it. Whatever. You
take it a step further. That
right.
even
It's not. It's not. There's no. What's it? Right. It's not. It's not considered that the Yarshin did.
Right.
It's as if it's still in his hand.
Yeah, I guess because since it was stolen, it's not been a shusabali yoda, and that has everything to do with it. This is not a Kenyan. This is not garnished.
Right.
This
You can't make a Kenyan on it.
This is downright theft.
Right. It's like listen. It's like if what's it called? It's like let's say you were holding a picodin for me.
Yeah.
Right. So somebody's holding a picodin, and now the kids come. I said, wait a second. It's my. So that won't go to any Yershim. A picodin.
Right.
Why? It's not yours to give as a mirosha.
Right.
So there's no Kenyan because it's not yours. The second it becomes clear that the thing wasn't yours, so then there's no way I can't give my kid something that wasn't mine.
Correct.
So this is the same sort of thing. Why? Because the item is be'en, and kol shehi be'en, even this Yoshua ba'olim. There's a chiyuv. He has the
hashava. There's a chiyuv hashava. Yeah, right. There's a chiyuv hashava. Anything which is be'ein is chiyuv hashava.
Yeah.
That
afil is Yoshu.
Okay, so now I understand the relevance of what we're learning.
Anyway, he's going to bring he brings there a bunch of different. What if they ate it? What if they fine? But that's not really. I think, but I think as far as what we need for this shach, we have already. Oh, there's another part there also. Oh, look at the end of that sif. Right, he goes to some different scenarios, and then he says, "V'yesh emrim dahani mili." All of this, kishe'en yadua shegozla aviem ela al pihem. Aval im hayu edim shegozla enim nemonim.
Who's not in nemonim? The edim are not nemonim.
The Yoshim.
The Yoshim are nemonim.
Yeah. Here, he goes a little back before that. The im amru hagdalim.
What are you saying now?
This is in later on in Sif Zayin in Shin Samach Aleph.
Okay, let me see that again. In Sif Zayin.
Yeah. Yes. Siman. Yeah. Siman Shin Samach Aleph Sif Zayin.
ומית ההידה שגזל לבן ולא יהווה שין רשוס אלא הווה כאילו אביהם קיים שאם היא באין ונשתנס צריך להחזיר אפילו דישה שבעולם ואם נשתנס והיא אם נשתנס if it changed
because remember if the item was altered
והוא קיים
if the item is altered and it cannot be altered back to its original state.
So then he says, "Have כאילו אביו קיים, שאם הוא באין ונשתם צריך להחזירו אפילו נשיישה בעולם."
Right, that's if the item is be'en. Now, if im nishtanis v'kayemes, then neisim domeh. Why? Because according to the halachis of achzoras exela, if the item, if now you altered the item, right, you engraved your name on the guy's becher, and it can't be repaired, then you have to pay. Then you have to give money for it, even the siyashu.
Correct.
Why? Because
Okay.
it's kayam the item, but nishtanis. So now you have to pay him for it.
וכן
אבל
מזאת,
אם
אבל
אכלוה,
אם אכלוהו בין בחיי האב, בין דחמויסוי, אם קודם ייאוש אכלוהו חיום לשלם. הרי יש פטורים.
right? So
Why?
now it depends if there was yush or not. Why? Because the davar is not be'en.
אם קודם ייאוש אכלוהו חיום לשלם, because they ate it באיסור. It was still in the reshus of the nignav, because he was not meyash. You understand?
Right? The owner was not miyayish.
But if they ate, if they spent it, they ate it after yush, so then why chayom leshalem?
Because he would.
No, peturim. That's the next piece.
After years peturim, yeah.
Why? Because they didn't steal it from anybody. He was miyash.
They're miyash. The baalim were miyash on it. So
No,
once they're miyash, it's able to switch the shus.
Right. And B, since it's not Be'ain now, so it's Potter. That's the whole point.
Right.
We say when something's not Be'ain, it's Potter L'Shalem. Be'ain doesn't apply. So he's Mechalik. When do we say that he's Potter L'Shalem when it's not Be'ain? That's only when he ate it after Yush. He ate it before Yush. Then he's Chayv L'Shalem.
Yeah,
that's the whole point over here. No, because you say you make a blank statement. The person makes a blank statement. You know something? There's a din of Heishus Agzela. Yeah, you have to pay back if it's Bain. Hold on a second. And if it's not Bain, it's Potter Meleshalem, right?
Right. If
always Potter, not always. Exactly. Usually, it's a contributing factor that the use has to precede.
Right. Whereas if it's Bain. If it's be'ain, you still have a chiyuv. You have a chiyuv
even if it's meyash.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the whole thing over here. This is very important. Ich weiß nicht, wie soll man kennt das lernen on them. Yeah.
Right. No, this understanding all of this is key to understanding all of that.
That's why this is mamish meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
He's putting it down and now he's going to go further. He's going to say there's a case that even le'achar yush yichayv l'shalem. le'achar yush b'donim. Im lo iniach avim nechosim. Aval im iniach avim nechosim, afilu achluho achar yush chayom l'shalem. Why? Because they's with what to pay, in other words, right?
Yeah, because yeah.
I bet it Gonish gelost demos. I don't understand. What's the difference? Why should
look at Smeh Yud. That's it. We're already going into the smell of Matamokim at this point.
Okay. Do you know the cloud that we have? Whatever it takes,
Yeah.
אבל מניח אביהם נכוסים, דאז נכסה אבו הוין משובד להנגזל, מיד בשעס הגזלה. סתם המחבר כאן כוסם נכוסים, משום שבזמן הזה אפילו מטלטל דיאס משובדים לבלחוי ונגזל, וכל כך...
Right, so the nechosim, once they're meshubed, meaning the shibud goes against the property. So it doesn't make a difference that he now gave it to Yerishim, because the shibud is after nechosim malain.
It's his mevidos. Normal, you're not meshabed metaltalim. You're only meshabed karkoes.
Right.
The chiddush over here is we're machmir on these
right. Yeah, even the chosim.
It's an ishmael. This is something I never knew. Look at this. Those nichts aber bestamech besosam haben kam because of the chosim. Lechoile gedaf schreiben. He should have written rather than chosim karkoes, because it's that which normally is how do you say is you put a lien. You don't put a lien
on property, yeah.
On furniture in Jewish law. You don't put a lien on real estate.
Real property, yeah.
Real property, exactly. So that so here he says no. Here it changes. The law changes. So mechaber can because of the chosim. Mitzman hazeh afil betalta de yasme. Look at this. Even
Afilu metaltle de yasne mishubadim lebal chayven igzol.
the afilu is goes on two things: A on metaltalin, B
And he's
even
yasme.
which usually you're easy on. When you saw him, you're
Right.
easy on. You know that, right?
Yeah.
The balchoy venigzel. Say ob the tate begelos chayves.
Yeah.
If the father left, choyves, venigzel, or the father was a thief and left stolen balances, that he has
Yeah.
to pay up. You can be goive from aside from metaltele and from metaltem and from what do you call it? And from karkoes.
From Karkois, yeah. And Allah's come from Karkois, yeah.
Karkoes, and it's a big. This is like.
This is
Did we learn? Is this in the syllabus or not?
I don't know. I don't remember it in there. Let me see.
Is this a Marimarkham that of excuse me for asking? Is this a Marimarkham or not Marimarkham?
Not so far. Not.
So how did you know to look in here? Oh, it's a Marimarkham from the Shach, maybe.
Yeah, that's how we got it. We got it because the Shach.
Of course. Oof, this is very. Everybody's got Sof Siman Shin Samech Aleph. Sif Cotton Dalet. This is not Dalet, this is Zion.
Oh, my one, it just says Safe Siman. It doesn't say which.
Let's take a look at Dalet also. This was very helpful, but
Well, Dalet is just that it's not. It's just Yushim Shinu. It's just kind of. That's it. It's not.
No. We're not looking for this.
It's clear he's talking. I think that maybe the Dalet got what do you call it?
I think this might be a mistake. You know that?
I think so, because if you look, it's clearly talking about Zion. Looks like. That's the case.
I know the guy. I know the guy who's. I know the guy who's doing this. You know that?
Oh, like
I'm gonna call him up on it. You should make a tikkun tos. This is well. Let me correct it. Meanwhile, before anything happens, this is Sivkot Zayin Menich. You understand why a Zayin and a Dalet could be?
Yeah.
It could happen. You know.
Oh, yeah. My one also says Sivkot and Dalet.
But it's such an obvious mistake because Dalet doesn't talk about Yoshim at all.
Right.
Sivkot.
Oh wait, what's Sivkot and Dalet? Maybe it's talking about no. Why Sivkot anything? No, it's Bechlal mistake. It's not even a Sif Cotton. It should be just Sif. It should just be Sif Zion. Why Sif Cotton anything? Oh, look, no. See, it's Shach Sif Cotton Dalit.
Yeah, I know that.
That's what he's talking about.
Yes.
So
yes, but it's going on Siman
Zion.
Siman Zion, yeah. Okay, let Siman.
And in that Shach, he's talking about the dinim of the Migul here.
Oh, one second. So then, hold on a second. So he's right that Sif Cotton Dalad Bashach,
right. It's in the Shachs. You've got
al Seif Zayin
yeah,
Shel HaMechaber.
yeah.
This is very, very important. Okay, I guess we have no alternative than to do the Shach. You want to do it? I mean,
Yeah, and let me just see what are you talking about with the I'm a smash if got me base. We're gonna have to first do we're going down, we're going deep in the rabbit hole here. So I think we have to do the first smayud base.
as they say in English, the Lord knows that we're not doing anything that extra. This is very, very.
Yeah, no, this is the part just to understand the what's it called.
First of all, I had no idea that by Geneva you machmir.
Right, the
Because
metad that by metatlin and even by Yisemim. Even by metatlin of Yisemim.
even if I heard that metalton by Gan of Yomachmir, I might have heard that, but not only Yisomim. And I'm not sure I even heard the first thing. But
Yeah.
listen, it is what it is. This is.
Second, just run to the bathroom 1 minute, 1 second. Okay, so Sme Yud base. Well, let's go. So going back into the Mechaber first in Sif Zion. That V'im Amru on the last 3 lines. V'im Amru Hagdelim. Yedim Anu She'asa Avinu Cheshbenim Chavlei Nishal Lecha Klum Biyadi. Nemonim. וישם להם דהנים אלי שאין ידוע שהגזל אביהם אלא על פיהם.
Wait, a minute. אבל אם הניח אביהם נחוסים, אפילו אכלו אחר איוש,
Right.
חיום לשלם. וכן אם מוכרו האב, of the tata to Sarkef, yeah, he sold it.
Yeah.
אוי נוסו לאחר. אם הניח נחוסים חיום לשלם, באין חילוק בזה, בין גדל לקטנים, שמח לשטויס.
Yeah, no difference. They're grown, they're little, the same.
Which
is a further, what do you call it? Especially Yisraelim who are Ketanim, we protect them more.
So he says, but if the Gedolim say that Yodima Onu also Avinu Cheshbanimcha Velo Inisha Lecho Klum Biyodoi, so they're Nemonim because I'm waiting to Mechaber all of Araya.
Right.
But if the Gedolim say that Yodima Onu also Avinu Cheshbanimcha Velo Inisha Lecho Klum Biyodoi, so they're Nemonim because I'm waiting to Mechaber all of Araya. So then, if the Gedolim say that Yodima Onu also Avinu Cheshbanimcha Velo Inisha Lecho Klum Biyodoi, so they're Nemonim because I'm waiting to Mechaber all of Araya.
Well, not just that. It's because it's going to be because they have amigo.
That what?
So and that's why the next thing is yesh emrim dahani mili kishein
Shinadu
yadua
Shekazavim
shegoz
and
lavim
Alpiem.
LLPM. You only know from them that he stole it. They have amigo. He could have not told you he stole it.
Yeah, but the point is, Migu b'moka meidim lo yamrinan. That's why.
Right. So that's why dahani mili kishein yadua shegoz lavim LLPM. Aval im hayu edim shegoz lavim manim. Why? Because like you're saying, exactly. Punkt. Wie du sagst. Punkt.
There's so much over here. I don't know where to start. You know, it's like bei mir ist jetzt doch kasho.
So I think we have to go to smell your base here.
We go back now. What?
No, here smell your base.
Smell Yud base. Where in
Amru
the
hagdalim.
ואם הם בגדלים נאמונים דנאמונים במיגו דאילו רוצו היו אמרים החזרנו לך. אפילו למאן
Say we
דאמר,
gave it back to you.
ואפילו למאן דאמר הגוזל בעדים צורך להחזיר בעדים, right? So they don't have a taina. החזרנו. It's the same thing as if a person borrows
They still,
Beidim.
meaning
If you borrow Beidim,
even with Adam, they still have their migu. They could have said we gave it. Yeah, take the Adam are right, but we gave it back.
But the Mandoma, the Mandoma says Hagozel Beidim Tzorach Lachzir Beidim. Even according to him, he's still this is a big lumdus. He's still believed. He's believed to say I returned back the Gezela, even though I returned it without Eidim, even according to the Mandama that says that Hagoizel Be'edim, Tzorich Lepora Be'edim, and Dabatzol Be'edim, yeah? Even according, so the Choyre, he doesn't have much of a taina, right? He's believed. כמו שכל בכלל בסעיף שחר זה, האנמין גזדן עצמוי, אבל בונוב נמונים. When do we say, Hagoizel be'edim, tzorich he has to pay be'edim in order to be believed, that's only the God himself.
The Gazlan Alain.
But if he said that we paid back,
right, then they're not, what do you call it? They're not the Gazlan.
So they're believed. They're believed.
So they would have been believed. And
they would have been
since
believed.
They would have been believed there, we believe them to say because they have a migu, they could have said we returned it and they would have been believed.
דווקא אם אומרו שהגדולים כומר, דבעינן שהתנו הם בעצמם. דווקא בבורי. מה שאין כן, אם טוענים שמא החזיר לך, או לא קחו אבינו, all this is שמא. Shema doesn't work over here. It doesn't work over here. Only body. שהחזיר לא לקחנו אבינו, אין הנאמון בשמא, והנון לא תעניין לו בדובר שאינו מצוי. It's very, very straightforward. It puts it down the way it's כמו שקוסov.
Yeah, it's interesting. This brings me back to Tayin Venita and the whole Shema.
What are you talking about? It takes me back to yeshiva when I was learning to Bava Metzia. When I was learning Peri Krishon, I was in Mesivta when I learned Shnai Machzin. You remember the whole thing about it? Ain't other made part of the whole business over there. You saw this in yeshiva for this. For me, if you learn all these things and you remember them, right? This what we just said right now. Me good made them and it's body of Hashem.
This is all right. This is all going. He's just pulling established rules. Established rules.
You know, before I got ahead by Rabbi Hirschsprung, Hirschsprung says, "Lo merzen be too great to a blood gemara." So I sat down in a room. They were done Bava Metzia that year, so I prepared the first blood. You know, if I had me ask me a few questions. He didn't grill me. Just asked me. He grilled me by the other stuff. By the other day, he grilled me. But at the beginning of the year, once see stomach as I can etwas lernen. It would be a demeaning for him to give smicha to somebody that doesn't learn blood Gemara. But I can tell you this: all that we're learning now is all thanks to
It's interesting. I learned from a Talmud of Rav Hirschsprung.
Who?
Is it Rav Baruch Green?
I don't know that. How old is he?
He was from Baltimore, I think. I think he's originally from the Baltimore area. But he was a Talmud by Rav Hirschsprung. He was my Rosh
in Chabad. You learned in Chabad by him.
Yeah.
How old is this Baruch Green?
Probably about the same age as my father, in his 70s.
I mean, I don't know everybody. He must have learned in Montreal to learn with Rabbi Hirschsprung, because Hirschsprung was look. Bei mir dachte ich darf schon gehen.
Anyway, we'll get to,
this is unbelievable.
I could do this all day.
But I'm